Hi, it's Girl, and in today's video, I'm going to be reviewing Fae Flames by Sophia Simpson. It is a clean romance young adult novel. It is a standalone book in the series Realms of Ruin, and you don't have to read the series in order to understand it. So I'm going to be reviewing it today, and I'm going to be giving you my honest opinion about it. So let's get to it. So this book actually comes out in 2 days, June the 8th. So you guys might be wondering, how did I get this book? Well, to answer your question, I went to a convention center a few days ago, and I actually was able to meet the author Sophia Simpson myself, and I bought this book, and I bought another book she made called Terra and Elemental series that I'll be doing a review on in the near future, so I am still reading it. Now I actually got her to sign the book, so I'm gonna show you a clip of that. Pretty cool, since this is like one of my first books ever that got signed by an author, and I also got another author to sign a different book that I bought that I'll be discussing in a different video. And before I read the description, this book is a forbidden romance. It's clean romance and is young adult novel for young adults, teenagers, and preteens. So the book is about a maid that blackmails a Fae prince to save her mother's life. The prince lies to hide an identity. Neither one counted on an impossible love. All Yuri wants is to find a way her mother can survive the wasting illness. She has no idea or means to do it until she finds the Prince Duke, with a secret project his royal family would balk at. Blackmailing him is her only option to buy the vampire venom her mother so desperately needs. Duke has ambition he's not supposed to have. He's expected to fulfill his social obligations and play the role of the prince. He wants to be an inventor, so he hides his attempts all out at the first ever flying machine, as well as an illegal pet, a phoenix. His mind melted too. He'll do anything to hide both. What Duke and Oli don't expect is the fight feelings neither should be having for each other. She's a maid, he's a prince. He's expected to marry well. Love, however, has other plans. So I'm going to talk a little bit about the characters. So let's start with Ola. So her family is poor and she is a maid. And her mother has an illness that if anyone finds out about, she can lose her job and her father, since they both have to work. And they can get kicked out of the kingdom. And the vampire venom is like 500,000, like really expensive. So, and she is more of the grounded character, and she will do anything to get the cure and the money to save her mom. And she loves to bake, and she is super sweet, and she makes really yummy food. And Duke, the prince. So now let's talk about Duke. Duke is the prince, and he is secretly an inventor, as you heard in the description, and he also has a secret pet phoenix that he mind melted to, so the phoenix can hear his thoughts, and Duke can understand the phoenix, and he can only understand the phoenix, since anytime the phoenix tries to speak to anyone else, it just sounds like a bunch of gibberish. and he keeping his flying machine secret, so he doesn't want anyone knowing he's an inventor, because all princes are totally lazy, don't do that much. So, and that way Oli doesn't like him when they first meet. For a little while, Oli doesn't really like Duke, especially when he first meets, because she hasn't really heard great stuff about princes. But Duke is going to prove her wrong, and he falls for Oli really hard, and will absolutely do like anything for her. And he literally gave her a nickname called Little Sparkle that I absolutely love. So, and Duke is very ambitious. Like, very ambitious. And he is also very secretive. Well, I guess you can say Duke and Oli is both very secretive. And Duke also has a brother named Harry, and he's also gonna be prince, and there are two princes. And I feel like Harry plays a pretty big role in this book. But I do feel like Harry doesn't get enough like page time as he should, and he is pretty major. I feel like, especially in the end of the book, since he does help out a lot with major things. So I feel like he should get just a little bit more page time, Harry. And Harry is Duke's younger brother, so he can be a bit stubborn. But he also is good at keeping secrets. And another thing about Duke is that he is supposed to marry well, and his parents are pushing him a lot to get married soon, especially his father. And he has like absolutely no idea who he wants to marry, like no idea whatsoever, like 0%. And his parents all keep recommending types of girls that are like rich and stuff. And when he meets Oli, he only wants her, like, but he can't tell anyone that because she's a maid and he's a prince, and there is a ball coming soon, and he has to pick who he wants to marry the night of the ball. And he wants to bring Oli, but maids aren't allowed at the ball. So that adds a lot of tension in the book and makes things very interesting. And the thing I liked about this book is the perspectives. In a lot of books I read, when they try to change perspectives, it gets like really confusing. Like, I think like the first book that I read that had like 2 different perspectives that kept switching is like The School of Good and Evil, and like they had 2 different perspectives keep like going back and forth, and they didn't really say, oh yeah, this person perspective now, and then it just like kept going back and forth and not really announcing it. So sometimes it could get kind of confusing. But what I liked about this book is because, let me try to find a page for you. We almost have the page. Is that every chapter has a different perspective. Like chapter 1 is the prince, and then in like the next chapter, let me try to find another chapter real quick. Hold on. And then like chapter 2, it will be the maid, and it just keep going back and forth, like that, instead of just like jumping like mid chapter to a different person. I like how it just like it announces what perspective it is instead of just jumping back and forth just in the middle of a chapter. So I think I like that about this book, and I find it like easier to read. And this is like a slow burn romance, so it's not like they instantly fall in love and stuff. It's more like a slow burn and slowly. And if you guys like want straightforward things. It's not gonna exactly just be straightforward. There's a lot of secrecy and stuff. So a lot of things kept secret for a while and stuff. And it's slow burn, so don't expect anything instantly. You guys will have to wait a little bit for that. And if you guys are curious, the book is 183 pages long. So it isn't like 543 pages, but it's pretty good size. So I really enjoyed reading Fae Flames by Sophia Simpson. I thought it was really enjoyable to read, and if you just like a slow burn romance that's clean and it's a young adult novel, I would recommend this to you guys. And if you're expecting tons of action, like battles and stuff, I do not recommend this. This is just a sweet romance story. And I'm really excited for the rest of this series to come out. It's just a standalone book, so the rest of the series isn't gonna be the same as this one. It's still gonna be probably romance though, but probably not going to be the same storyline. And I'm pretty sure the rest of the series is supposed to come out sometime in August that I will have to buy. And also I'm going to be doing a review of Taylor the Elemental series, also by Sophia Simpson, when I actually get done reading it, since that book comes with a lot of other stuff too. So comment if you guys are gonna get this book on June the 8th. And also when you read it, comment how you think about the book and comment your thoughts on it. I would love to know your opinion, guys. And also comment if you have any books you guys want me to read and review as well. And have a magical day.